All right, so it is pretty early in the morning and I am headed to Nevada pick apart. I'm going to get that fuel pickup, just that little wiring for it. And the other thing I'm gonna get is the license plate light. I'm just gonna see if I can find one. You know, it's just something really cheap, and I think I want one, or actually probably have to have one. Plus, it would be cool to add it in, add a little switch to it. And you know, you're trying to evade the cops in your 6,000-pound truck, yeah, turn off the lights. So yeah, I'll grab that, and I'll think if I need anything else, but I really think I'm good. So yeah. All right, so we are at the Mecca, Nevada pick apart. All right, so this is what I'm looking for. These late 90s trucks. My truck engine is from a 95 1500, I want to say. The first thing that I'm going to get is this dipstick. Mine does not have one. Well, it has one from the original block, but that's for 70s, and it just doesn't reach right, so I'm gonna grab that off. Okay, so one problem I was not expecting to have was I can't find the dipsticks. I assume when people are checking the health of these engines that they're just pulling the dipsticks, checking the oil on them, and you know, not putting them back, which makes sense. So I actually picked one up from this guy. He has a V6. Maybe that'll work. I'll keep looking around to see if I can find one that's actually for a small block 350. Gonna get anything from it, but check out this rad shag vent. You know, got the blue, I don't know what material that is inside, pretty swanky, and then the rest is just gross, but thought I'd show you. So I ventured over to the car side because I need a carbureted only, like, fuel sender pickup, and the trucks, there's like 2 or 3 GM carbureted trucks, but there's plenty of carbureted cars. And so I found this little wire, which they want to charge 20 bucks for, and it's just this wire. So yeah, that's successful. Now I'll just get some lights for my license plate and call it. All right, so I'm back, about to get started. I'm going to finish up the wiring for that fuel sender. I'm going to make some repairs on the pressure washer so I can do a deep clean on this. And I have some, I actually have air shocks in the rear, and when I was just assembling it, I don't know why, but I cut one of the little rubber tubes that goes to the air shocks, so I have to replace that. Should be very simple, just screws on and off. Okay, so I don't do a lot of electrical work, but one thing I have found is that a good set of crimpers goes a long way. I picked these up at an estate sale, and they've been amazing. They're arcless, ARK-LES. These are awesome. One thing that's weird is I can't get this junction or connection point, whatever you want to call it, to go on my fuel tank. I'm not really sure. They look like they're the appropriate diameters, so I'm gonna look into that, see if I can finagle it on there. So I didn't film it because I was nervous, but I just used a good old rubber mallet. I got the connection point on, so now I'm gonna work on that pressure washer. I just finished up with this. Apparently on these Ryobi 1700s, the GFCI will actually go out. So I just replaced that pretty quickly, 6 screws, and we're good. Now, if I plug this in, this light is green. This light should also be green. Before this light was not turning green, so fingers crossed. Okay, so I think that works now. Alright, so I sprayed that up a touch. Now I'm going to install the air shock replacement kit, and I will try not to snip these. You might be wondering why I didn't do an ultimate job in the back and why I didn't do the front. Well, I mean, there's just stuff going on in the front, and I just wanted to get most of the dirt off. I'll do a better wipe down once I'm doing full cleaning and getting it ready for its like show time, but I'm not quite there yet, so. So a bit of a blunder. I have the wrong air line kit. So one of these is like it's like push-in fitting, and then it has this lock on it. I forgot what these are called. Someone will tell me in the comments. And then this other side has the side you can push in and thread. Trouble is, I need that threading on both sides. So I'm gonna run back at some point, not now, and try and grab a thread kit for both sides. And maybe they'll just tell me that I have these wrong and you can use these, but we'll see. This wasn't a necessity anyways, so what I'm going to start doing is laying out my bed wood, and now hopefully I've made some cuts to the end pieces. I can fit all of these. So I'm not sure why. I don't know if this is how beds come, where like both sides are welded all along, but I feel like someone else welded them. If you look right there, like that one, just the corner is welded to my actual bedside, which does not seem right. Whatever. So my bed is just a little bit shorter from side to side, or width. So on this last piece, I've had to cut it a few times. Now I've probably taken like a ½ inch off of it, but I'm hoping that now I can get all of my bed pieces in, and then I can get started on this cool refill idea that I have. And yeah, I can't wait to tell you guys about it. So I just put these in, and they don't line up with any of my bowl hole. I mean, there's a single one. I don't know if you can even see. So I must have had this in a different order, but this is the order in which the bed wood kit online, this is what it says online. I don't know how I feel about this, but either way, I'm gonna need to make more adjustments. So I'll keep playing around with this, but yeah, if you can't tell, there's the two skinny pieces on the end, they can't change, and then I have 4 of these really thick boys, and then I guess like some medium weight ones. And in case you're curious, I believe this was called like special walnut or something walnut. I can't really remember. I'll try and find the exact stain that I used for these, if you're curious. bit of a funny moment that I didn't capture because I was charging my phone. I was putting in the bed boards, and let's just see, I have this huge gap. I'm like, oh my gosh, did I cut them too much? No, I just forgot to put the strips along the sides, because those also have bolts that have to go in. So they actually do bring the boards out maybe another 3/4 of an inch to an inch and a quarter, something like that. So you did not miss the transformation. That's very you did not miss the aesthetic transformation. I'll make sure I film that. Is now fit with the side pieces attached. There is a middle section on this piece right here. It's gonna need some nudging. You can tell it's on the one next to it, the board next to it. I don't know if you can tell, but there are some gaps like right in the middle. So there's just like a little crook to the board. I think we should be fine. So I'm gonna make sure I remark my holes and drill accordingly. So I took a little break, went to the parts store, and went to the gym. Picked up a couple of things, a new airline for new airline for my air shocks. Also some 1/8 inch drill bits, specifically for steel, because I just kept on snapping mine. And they were from Harbor Freight anyway. So hopefully these stand up a little bit better. So I drilled a bunch of holes, and then my drill, which is old and I got secondhand, and it's not even a good drill to begin with, it started smoking, so I decided to hold off on it for a second. And so now I am going to be working on the airlines for the rear. I'm pretty sure it's really easy, just press in fittings. I just have to take out the old, I don't know what you want to call it, but it's like a retainer in there, and what I believe are O-rings. And yeah, should be good. All right, so that is a wrap on day 2. The bedwood is not quite in yet. I feel like I'm right there. I'm ready to put the bolts in tomorrow morning. I did find a license plate light that was with the truck. Didn't realize what was sticking out of the metal bumper was the light. The bulb was burnt out, so I'm gonna go order a new one and just wire it up to that remaining wire. Should be all set there. The airlines are hooked up. I'm just going to put the little T in a good location. I wish I could show you all what is going on, but it is really windy out. And so combine that with the dark. I just can't, it's impossible for me to really show you anything and have it be of any use to you. but next time I will try and get an update before the sun sets. All right, stay tuned. Thank you for watching. I hope you like and subscribe. And please comment if you think I could be doing something better. I would really appreciate it if you let me know. Thanks. Have a good one.